All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to kind of give some more practice on factoring when a is not 1. Remember, standard form of a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. So in this case, there will be a value in front here. So here's our first one. It's kind of already started for us. We are going to use our puzzle to help us. First things first is we need to multiply a times c to get the product that we need. We need a positive 60 here. And of course, the sum is the b, so we need a positive 16. Because everything's positive, I know these two factors are positive, and it looks like we have a 10 and a 6 to complete that puzzle. The next thing we're going to do is plug in those values where they belong. If you notice, the first term is the A is here. And the C is here. And then, of course, the two factors that we located go here, or the found go there. So now we are going to find our greatest common factor for this pair of values. So our greatest common factor would be a 2x. So now that I know that this factor is 2x, that means this one also has to be a 2x to get 4x squared. Now down below, to get 6x, I know I have to multiply times a positive 3. Last but not least, to get a positive 15, I know I'm multiplying by a positive 5. So my two binomials would be 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 3. All right, let's try another. Again, I'm going to start by multiplying a times c. So this would be 10 times 3, right? Because this is A, this is C. So 10 times 3 would be a positive 30. I know I need a positive sum of 17. And again, that means these two values are both positive. I'm going to list my factors of 30. So 1 and 30, 2, 15, 3 and 10, and 5 and 6. So I need to look at which ones I can add to be 17, and it looks like it's going to be 2 and 15. So from here, I am going to put my a term here, my c term there. So then I would have 10x squared here, plus 3 here, and then the two pieces that we calculated or found would go here. So plus 2x plus 15x. It doesn't matter which one goes where. They are interchangeable. So now I'm going to look again at my greatest common factor across those first two. My greatest common factor looks to be, again, is a 2x. So in order to get 10x, I know I'm multiplying 5x. Then I'm going to go down below here. In order to get 15x, I know I'm multiplying times a positive 3. And I already have a positive 3 here, so that means the only thing I can multiply by is a 1, so plus 1. So my two binomials would be 5x plus 1 and 2x plus 3. Okay. Let's continue. Now I see a negative, so this is going to change things a little bit. I'm going to start by multiplying a times c. So 6 times negative 4, would be negative 24. And then, of course, down below, I need a sum of positive 5. Because I have a negative product, that means I'm going to have one of each sign. The factors of 24, that would give us a difference. So now we're going to look for a difference because I know I need, because I have one positive and one negative. Now, the larger number is going to be positive because the sum is positive. So now I can fill in all the things. So again, A is here, C is here. So 6x squared minus 4, and then the two terms that I created. All right, back to finding our greatest common factor here. Once again, coincidentally, it ends up being a 2x. I think it's a coincidence in this case. Then above, to get 6x squared, I would be multiplying by 3x. I know I have a negative 3x down here, so that whatever I multiply by here has to be negative, but it's already a 3x, so it would be a negative 1, which makes this have to be a positive 4. So my binomials would be 3x plus 4 and 2x minus 1. Now, I put the rules for integers here in case some of you are having a little bit of grief with this. Remember, when you are adding integers, if they're the same sign, you just add and keep the sign. So keep the sign. If you are, if they have different signs, you have to subtract and then take the sign of the larger number. So be aware of that. All right, now this one, I'm skipping the one above. I'm going to go to this one. I want you to take note. I have coefficients of 6, 3, and 18. This is a rare thing that can happen, but I want to make sure we address it. If you notice, 6, 3, and 18 all have a common factor of 3. So what I'm able to do is kind of simplify this to help us have smaller values to work with. Because if I do 18 times 6, that can be a little bit ginormous for us to deal with. So I'm going to factor out a 3. So I'm left with 2x squared minus x minus 6. So I am going to move that 3 down here as part of my solution, and I'm going to ignore it. So now my new a is 2, and my new c is negative 6. So when I go to multiply a times c, this would be a negative 12, and my sum would be a negative 1. Now I see that I have a negative product, so I have one of each sign. This means that the two factors would have to be 3 and 4. 3 is positive, 4 is negative. And now I can use that new binomial to help me through this. So again, a goes here, c goes here. So let's see. I would put 2x squared here minus 6 here. And then I'm going to put plus 3x here and minus 4x here. Again, it doesn't matter which one goes where. It's still going to work out for us. So now greatest common factor across the top would be just an x, it looks like. Sorry, let me get rid of this. So we're looking at just x. So in order to get 2x squared, I know I have to multiply by 2x here. And then down below, this would be a minus 2. In order to get negative 6, I have to multiply by a positive 3. So the 3 that we factored out stays there. And my two binomials are now what I factored in the box. Happy factoring.